Hi everybody, Elaine here. Today I'm going to show you how to make pork marsala. You don't have to use pork, you can use chicken or you can use veal, but I love pork so I'm going to use pork. I've gotten a beautiful pork tenderloin and I've sliced it up. And what we're going to do is just pound, like I've already done all of them, but I'm going to just show you what I've done with the one medallion. So you just get your pounder and just give it a little. That's it. That's all you have to do. And what we're going to do now is lightly do a salt and pepper. This is such an easy dinner. It'll be done in 30 minutes and your family or your husband or whoever will love it, or your guests if you want to do guests. So what you do now is we have a pan that's already been heated up. And I've got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And what we're going to do now is just dredge the pork in a little bit of flour. Just shake off the extra flour. And this is really quick. It's like, and you're basically just searing the meat. The pan should have been a tiny bit hotter so you can hear it sizzle, but it'll be just fine. Oops. My mom used to make this all the time for us for dinner without the Marsala sauce, but she would do like schnitzels and we'd make sandwiches and stuff out of it with leftover if we had lucky enough to have leftover. But I think the pork is a nice meat to use. It's got beautiful flavor to it. One more. This, believe it or not, is just 4 slices of the pork tenderloin, and they were in half, so looks like a lot more than what it is. So basically now we're going to just give them a turn. Not quite yet. Want it a tiny bit brown. And as I'm cooking this, I have water on to boil to put some spaghettini in there. So we're going to have this with spaghettini at the end. Smells really good already. Okay. So now we'll just take these out because they're going to go back in a bit to finish their cooking, but we're going to just set it aside for now. And what we're going to do now is saute some mushrooms. I have some cremini mushrooms, but you can use whatever mushrooms you prefer. I like these. This is about 4 cups. So now we're going to saute these in there. This will take about 6 minutes to get them to the right consistency. The mushrooms have been sauteing about 5 minutes now. They're beautiful. So what we want to do now is take them out and just set them aside while we do the Marsala sauce. So I'm going to just take them out. And what we're going to do now is add a little bit more butter, a little bit more olive oil. I love that butter. And we're going to just let that melt down. And now we're going to do the Marsala sauce. And I've got, as I said before, I have the water boiling for the spaghettini, which is a nice accompaniment. But if you don't want spaghettini, you can use any kind of pasta or rice or whatever you prefer. So what we're going to do now is I've got a few tablespoons of minced minced onions. And 2 cloves of garlic. And what we're going to do now is add a tablespoon of flour. So we're going to make like a little bit of a roux. So I've added a tablespoon of flour. We're going to cook it out so you don't have the flour taste. You want to take that away before you put in your liquids. So here I have 3/4 cup of Marsala, and I want to get a wooden spoon actually. Just a sec. Because what you want to do is now scrape out the brown bits on the bottom because there's some beautiful stuff down there. Just scrape that all up. It's already looking beautiful without doing anything. And then I also have, sorry for my reaching, 3/4 cups of stock. You can use chicken, vegetable, whatever you have on hand, it doesn't matter. So we're going to bring this back up to a boil. We have come up to a boil, and I'm just letting it thicken a tiny bit. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add the pork back in. And the mushrooms. And we're going to cover it up for about 3 minutes now, just to let it all the flavors and everything go into the pork, and we'll be ready to go. So 3 minutes, we're done. And while that's going, got my spaghettini. I'm gonna pop it in. And this is fresh pasta, so it doesn't take long to cook. Okay, so dinner's ready. It looks absolutely delicious. It smells very nice. So I've made this pasta. So just plate it on, put a few pieces on, and then get the sauce. And dinner's on. Ooh, I just made a mess on my pretty thing. Add a little bit of parsley. And there you go. Delish. Buon appetito. Bye everybody, till next time. Be kind, be safe, love you all. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.